The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class of 2022 is an extremely diverse group of artists that have all had a powerful impact and influence on culture, and they've connected us all with their music. I'm honored to be here with 2022 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Lionel Richie.
Oh, my God. Say that one more time. 2022 inductee. I love that. Oh my God. What a great feeling, Greg. Thank you.
It will be your, part of your byline always. So hearing, Lionel Richie, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee.
Well, to be quite honest with you, I'm a kid of the 60s and the 70s. So, when you hear the great music that came out of the 60s and the names that are on in this Hall of Fame, I mean, I would love to tell you that I was a great jock when I was growing up and baseball was something I could pursue, but never thinking that the Baseball Hall of Fame would be there for me or any kind of a sports thing. But the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is the holy grail as far as I'm concerned in terms of your peers, who you're in there with, the history, what they all had to go through to get here. What I love about the Hall of Fame, each artist has a story. And I always tell people every day, it's the music that came out of their stories. And so when you look at that list of what I'm joining right now, to think about my beginnings and to think about the kid in Alabama all the way to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it humbles me to even think that I'm even in the list, because I know what all of them went through, from B.B. King to Chuck Berry. I mean, the list goes on, but I'm just saying, to be able to join this group is check. That was a bucket list check right there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, when you heard the news, who was the first person you thought of?
I'll be quite honest with you. I thought of my mom and dad, to be quite honest with you. My dad had a great line. Of course, the family was hoping for the doctor, the lawyer, the educator, and I came in the door with this afro the size of Cleveland and decided I would go, yeah, Dad, we're the Black Beatles and we're going to take over the world. Now, I can't really use the exact wording that my dad said to me at that time, because this is a dignified moment. But basically, I think the part that I loved the most was after the first hit record and then my solo career, and then everything took off. It gave me such great pleasure to tell my parents, I told you so. And so I think about them, in terms of, now that I'm a parent, I know what it is when you commit to your kid's dream and realize we have no blessed idea of what he's doing or where he's going. And then of course, to achieve it means everything to me. So there's a proud moment there. They're not here with me, but they are here with me. And I thought about them.
It's beautiful. You think of all the places you've been and the collaborators you've had, the stages you've been on, and remember mom and dad.
Yeah. Very, very important. In the foundation of your life, there are always people who try to keep you grounded. And probably one of the reasons why I'm still here is because, I had their wisdom to go on. They knew nothing about what I was doing in terms of the rock and roll music business, but the grounding was so important. And I remember one time in my whole story, just to show you how naive my parents were, I told them that, we played a show and the guy ran off with the money. And my mom's remedy to that was, now you leave those people alone and come on home. And I said, no, Mom, I'm having the greatest time of my life. I'll talk to you later. And of course, that's the story as it begins in the rock and roll business. We're all learning as we go. There's not a class you can take and say, I'll know how to get an A out of this course. You have to actually do it. And so this is the other end of that journey.
Absolutely. And those that that share this honor with you, they've walked that road. And that's the amazing thing about Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's not about one hit record. It's not
No,
about having a great soundtrack.
no.
It's a lifetime honor for the entire body of work.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really, yeah. I'm just kind of still lost for words right now. Greg, you've got me kind of stumbling here a little bit because, the group that I know so well, it was so wonderful to actually in my lifetime, Sir Paul, when I first met him back with Michael and then of course, Bruce Springsteen, we were in the same kind of class together in terms of when he popped, I popped, and we were all kind of there together. And, it's just BB King was my anchor. I love the way he would say to me all the time, man, you're a songwriter. I mean, you're a real songwriter. And just to hear that from him was just like everything. And so, I'll probably be able to have this interview a lot better after I kind of compose myself. But the point is that I think the best way to say it is just overwhelmed with the joy of knowing that I'm actually in this fraternity sorority. This is a pretty big deal here, my friend.
Yes, when you do visit, we find well, we're going to make a great exhibit for the new class. We'll contact you later about something for the exhibit. But
Great.
when you visit, you'll see that, and then you're going to walk around and see the people that inspired you. And I like that you shared inspirations that weren't just when you were young and forming yourself. Even as your career evolved, people inspire us differently.
Oh, please.
And this place is full of them. And then you did the same for others. So that's just remarkable.
Well, a part of the legacy that I think you have to remember is, I walked into Motown Studios and I was the freshman, if you will. And when you walk into the room of the master teachers, there's Marvin Gaye, there's this Smokey Robinson, that was just a master class of legendary writers, performers, everything. And so to be that blessed to have that kind of foundation. But what they did do that I was so impressed with was they were always teaching. And I was little brother. So it was always, little brother, if I were you, I'd try this. Little brother, if I were you, I would try that. And so my job as I go forward, what's happening right now with American Idol is I'm just passing it forward. That's all, in terms of, or I should say passing it down, because these kids look just like we looked, bright-eyed and ready to go. The only thing wrong is they don't understand the journey is going to be the hard part.
Yeah.
And so to be able to pass that wisdom on is everything.
Well, while you're passing it on, you're also reunited with your older brother Marvin, and in Smokey. You're all here together.
That's so crazy. I mean, even to just again check. And so I'm just humbled to the core to be a part of my my folks. And I love them so much, and I'm just honored to be there. Can't wait for the ceremony.
Well, we're thrilled that you're joining the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And, we're just honored, and thank you for sharing your time, your thoughts with us.
I can't wait, Greg. You have no idea. I mean, this is right up there with the kid is coming. I'm having a kid. I'm having a baby. You know what I'm saying? It's really fabulous. Thank you very much.
Well deserved, and congratulations.
Thank you.